Welcome to Imperative and Past Participle Wordsmith 1. Imperative and past participle are a word used to give commands or talk about the past. Let's go through the words. Adapted. Imperfect and past participle of adapt. To make suitable. To fit or suit. To adjust. To alter so as to fit for a new use. Sometimes followed by to or for. Fainted. Imperfect and past participle of faint. To become weak or wanting in vigor. To grow feeble. To lose strength and color, and the control of the bodily or mental functions. To swoon, sometimes with away, syncope, or loss of consciousness owing to sudden arrest of the blood supply to the brain, the face becoming pallid, the respiration feeble, and the heat speed weak. Installed. Imperfect and past participle of install. To place in an office, rank, or order. To invest with any charge by the usual ceremonies. To instate. To induct. As. To install an ordained minister as pastor of a church. To install a college president. Enrailed. Imperfect and past participle of inrail. To rail in, to enclose or surround, as with rails. Inherit. Imperfect and past participle of inhere. To be inherent, to stick in, to be fixed or permanently incorporated with something, to cleave to belong, as attributes or qualities. Accrued. Imperfect and past participle of accrue. To come to by way of increase. To rise or spring as a growth or result. To be added as increase, profit, or damage, especially as the produce of money lent. Clock used. Imperfect and past participle of caucus, a meeting, especially a preliminary meeting, of persons belonging to a party, to nominate candidates for public office, or to select delegates to a nominating convention, or to confer regarding measures of party policy, a political primary meeting. Emanated. Imperfect and past participle of emanate, to issue forth from the source, to flow out from more or less constantly, as fragrance emanates from flowers. Charioted. Imperfect and past participle of chariot, a two-wheeled car or vehicle for war, racing, state processions, etc. Adopted. Imperfect and past participle of adopt. To take by choice into relationship, as child, heir, friend, citizen, etc., especially to take voluntarily a child of other parents, to be in the place of, or as, one's own child. Curse. Imperfect and past participle of curse, to bring great evil upon, to be the cause of serious harm or unhappiness to furnish with that which will be a cause of deep trouble, to afflict or injure grievously, to harass or torment. Subjected. Imperfect and past participle of subject, specifically, one who is under the authority of a ruler and is governed by his laws, one who owes allegiance to a sovereign or a sovereign state, as a subject of Queen Victoria, a British subject, a subject of the United States. Gleamed. Imperfect and past participle of gleam, to shoot or dart, as rays of light, as, at the dawn, light gleams in the east. Centuplicated. Imperfect and past participle of centuplicate, to make 100-fold, to repeat 100 times. Deranged. Imperfect and past participle of derange, to put out of place, order, or rank, to disturb the proper arrangement or order of, to throw into disorder, confusion, or embarrassment, to disorder, to disarrange, as, to derange the plans of a commander, or the affairs of a nation. Chaff. Imperfect and past participle of chaff, the scales or bracts on the receptacle, which subtend each flower in the heads of many composite, as the sunflower. Bilge. Imperfect and past participle of bilge, that part of a ship's hull or bottom which is broadest and most nearly flat, and on which she would rest if aground. Fractured. Imperfect and past participle of fracture, to cause a fracture or fractures in, to break, to burst asunder, to crack, to separate the continuous parts of, as, to fracture a bone, to fracture the skull. Evaded. Imperfect and past participle of evade, to get away from by artifice, to avoid by dexterity, subterfuge, address, or ingenuity, to elude, to escape from cleverly, as, to evade a blow, a pursuer, a punishment, to evade the force of an argument. Ingratiated. Imperfect and past participle of ingratiate, to introduce or commend to the favor of another, to bring into favor, to insinuate, used reflexively, and followed by with before the person whose favor is sought. Colonized. Imperfect and past participle of colonize, to plant or establish a colony or colonies in, to people with colonists, to migrate to and settle in. Eluded. Imperfect and past participle of elude, to avoid slyly, by artifice, stratagem, or dexterity, to escape from in a covert manner, to mock by an unexpected escape, to baffle, as, to elude an officer, to elude detection, inquiry, search, comprehension, to elude the force of an argument or a blow. Subordinated. Imperfect and past participle of subordinate, to place in a lower order or class, to make or consider as of less value or importance, as, to subordinate one creature to another. Fiddled.
If you enjoyed this wordsmith on Autonomy House Education, please like, dislike, or subscribe if you'd like to see more. I appreciate your feedback and read every comment as this is a spare time hobby. Please be aware that implementing changes may be a gradual process. Autonomy channel contains updates and works in progress on all channels. Autonomy core channel contains general statistics and background information. Happy YouTube travels!